Hi, good evening and welcome to Sports Tuesday. I am Julian Gibson sitting in for Jonathan Benson, who is on vacation. From the second city, it seems just like their sports facilities cannot get a break from people who hands are light. The burglars have struck again at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. The last time it was copper. This time they caught it away, but some of the fence. Ricardo Lightburn fills us in.
The softball facility of the Grand Bahama Sports Complex is not being utilized by the GBSA, and there's still no lights. The result of not being utilized is what you see here, stolen fence. Assistant Director of Sports at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Steve Burrows, said 90 feet of the fence has been stolen and it will cost everyone.
For the weekends, we usually ride the whole complex to see what's happening from the weekend, and we found this. As a matter of fact, someone spoke to Bo on the weekend and said that he's up here jogging on Saturday morning and he noticed that the fence was missing. And he asked Bo if he knew about it. He said no. So we came here this morning, we checked it out, and lo and behold, 90 feet of fence gone.
The culprit or culprits stole the copper wire for the lights on 3 occasions. Now the fencing, what else could go missing at the GB Sports Complex?
The only thing left for them to carry now is the grass. And I wish they come carry some of that, because as you can see behind me, we need some of the grass to go.
So the security measures, you got to now re-look at some things again to ensure that you can protect this facility.
Without a doubt, I'm going to send them my suggestions to the ministries. You know, it's up to them to do something about it.
The track and field facility came out of the weekend fine, says Steve. It's just the softball facility that's been the target of vandals.
Well, from softball last night, rain washed out the 2 games they had on the schedule for the Bankers softball field. In fact, the wet stuff has been plaguing the league all year long. Weather permitting tonight, this is how they will play. The Bomber George Operators will take on the defending champions, the Wildcats, and in the nightcap, the Truckers, coming off of that big win, will take on the Mighty Mitts. From basketball, Seattle Pacific University Falcons tipping off their 3-game series against the select squad from CI Gibson last night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Charles Fisher, he was courtside for the call.
Working hard on the boards, this will be a battle for the Rattlers. 3-point is going to be missed by the Falcons, soaring for the putback. Inside working, let's now take it to the outside. This is just basic stop and pop. Falcons look to be in mid-season form, running the break to perfection. I guess you could say it's better in the Bahamas. And it's not all bad when you have hometown luck on your side. But this night belonged to assistant coach Grant Leep and the Falcons 96-63.
It's been good for us. We get a week of practice in before we come over here as well, so that's really the big part of it. We get those 7 days to practice, and then obviously getting our guys together and playing against live competition. We had 11 practices before we came, so we got a lot of work in, and then now that we're here, we're going to have some fun. We don't have any practices while we're here, and the 3 games while we're here, so the guys got to be together and play together.
Not all bad for Coach Kevin K.J. Johnson.
This is a good opportunity for these guys to play against college-based players, and you know, a lot of them aspire to go play college basketball, and this is what it's all about.
Falcons back on court at this hour, taking on James Price and the Real Deal Shockers. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Once again, not many persons taking advantage of the opportunity to watch and learn from the American coaches. Thurmon Johnson voicing his concerns.
I think they can learn a lot to see how the guys are playing and learn a system. Many of the high school teams that we have in the Bahamas don't have a system to a certain extent. And they will learn and see how these guys operate, how they play, how they work their plays, and so forth. So I think it will really be beneficial for them to come out and watch and see what's going on.
But many times you say this, but the gym is sometimes empty. All these coaches, all the players, they really don't embrace this opportunity, but the federation really puts forward.
Yeah, I know this is a sad situation, but I think if coach would try to encourage their players to try to come in and watch and see and observe and learn, I think they themselves would improve in learning the game, how games are to be structured and played.
It's all about knowledge of the game as coaches and players to get better. You know, the guys who really inspired to play college basketball should be out here watching and learning and trying to get better. If you want to achieve certain things, you know, you got to be out here to understand the game of basketball so you can grow as a player.
From track and field, father of our world junior champion in the 400 meter, Shawn Miller said that his family knew a long time ago that their daughter, Shaunae, she was going to be special in the 400.
It was at the 10-day age of probably about 3 or 4 years old. We started noticing that she was very quick. Just the way she would run through the house, banking the corners, you know, we knew that we had talent there. And from there, we started watching her, and I started working with her from that age.
Where skills come from you or the mom?
Well, I guess it's 50-50 because, you know, her mom is very, she's an athlete as well too. She plays softball. She's very active in the softball, and me having a track and field background. So I guess it's from both of us. Just a blessing.
And according to Shaunae's coach, she's headed in the right direction.
She does seem to be on the move right now, and well, I'm thankful for a lot of help that came our way, you know, because it's not just me and the wife along with Shaunae. She has a lot of people that's behind her spiritually. She has some of her granduncles that support her very well, her godfather, Lavarti DeVoe, Mr. Bow. So there's a lot of people that put their support behind her, and we're trying our best to make the best decisions, because it's most of the times it's a group decision when we make a decision on Shaunae.
Speaking about decisions, you made headlines, she made headlines a couple of months ago back, sitting out some meets, you being the father and coach. Looking at it now, was it the right decision?
Yes, up to this day, I still think it was the right decision. What was surprising was to find out that the B3s didn't think it was the right decision. Most of the big guests that were at the IAAF meet at Lily France, and they were also under the opinion that it is best to have the kids play with the kids, and as they get older, then you throw them in, because, you know, when you're with that adult world, that's no joke. You're talking about the best in the world now.
And with the NFL season in full gear, Dolphin fans were out in full force last night as the Sardines took on the New England Patriots. And just like every year, they are hoping, praying, wishing for the best from their beloved Sardines. Well, most of my friends were in Miami at the game, like Bomber George and Sparky, but I caught up with some at the Village Pub, hoping for a miracle.
But we could be all right, you know. Another year, another hope for all our Dolphin fans.
What's going all right? Like a 6-12 record?
No man. This is at least what 11-5 season, man. 11-5.
Your friends are you losing your head?
Well, I guess something wrong with him. He's a New England fan. He's a New
Just
England
like me, got players there.
New England fan, do? Ain't nothing happening for you all this year. Nothing happening for you all this year.
The man said he ain't buying no Miami jersey till week 6. That's the Dolphin. He can't be no Dolphin, man. The man losing the head. He can't be losing the head. I know that there are a lot of Dolphin fans out there, right? But either one in their right mind, he'll bet the Dolphin beat New England tonight. It's highly impossible. Can't happen. Never happen.
You know, sooner or later you gotta recognize that, you know, enough is enough, but they can't stop taking it. And they abuse. They abuse.
You like bad treatment?
Bad treatment. Beat them on the head.
Well, I do not want to rub it in, Dolphin fans, but New England broke at least 5 records against the Sardines last night.